Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna share with you the top 7 features you should know when using Zoom. Well, the first feature I would like to share with you is the pin in and pin out on a smartphone to zoom in and zoom out. Let's check this out. So now what I'm gonna do is to share the screen. As you can see now on the Zoom as a host, I am sharing the screen to my audience, to my participant. So if the information I'm sharing on my screen is too small for my audience, so my audience can actually zoom in and zoom out like they do with the photo. As you can see, this is magical. So they can just zoom in, because we don't know, some participants, they do not own a PC, or some of them don't bring along their own PC because smartphone is more convenient for them just to log in and join the meetings, which is linked to a second hidden feature, which is the annotate on the smartphone. In addition to zoom in and zoom out, my audience can use annotate to interact with the host. For example, the audience can zoom in on the smartphone like this, and then they just tap on it. As you can see on the smartphone, there is a pencil icon over here. Yes, now they can use pen or highlighter or arrow, and they can change the color, which color they want. It can be red, yellow, or blue, and also the line width as well. So participant can point the arrow wherever they want. For example, the participant can ask, okay, what does this mean? Pen, the participant can circle, can draw any lines they want, can erase. Most importantly, the participant can press save. Save to photos, as you can see. So accessing Zoom meeting via the smart device is no longer a difficulty, because participants can interact with the host easily using this annotate feature and the zoom in and zoom out. Okay, now let's move to another hidden feature, which is hidden feature number 3. This is the feature that not everyone has paid enough attention to. It's actually there. This feature is related to the breakout room. Well, as a host, when you click on the breakout rooms over here, you have 3 different options, as you can see. Assign automatically, assign manually, let participants choose the room. So you might want to assign manually. You want to create 4 or 5 groups depending on the number of your participants. Or you can assign automatically, and again you can create as many rooms as you want depending on the participants you have. So maybe I can go with assign manually, and I press create. What I normally notice is that after the host create the breakout rooms for their participants, they normally open all rooms immediately. But here comes the tips that I want to share with you. Number 1, you can rename the room you want to. You can rename the room want to any name you want to give to each group. Another feature is over here. As I mentioned, this feature not everybody has paid attention to, because it looks like it's not a feature, it's just something else, like setting that you want to adjust, like further adjustment or whatever. So people might don't want to look at it, or they just pay attention to the 3 buttons here. But let me tell you, when you press this one, so there are more features for you as a host to choose. For example, if you take the first one, you allow participants to choose a room. So when you create a room, you allow the participant join any room they want to join. Tick number 2, allow participants to return to the main session at any time. So if you don't want the participants to come back by their own, just untick it. The third option is the option that I mostly use for my meeting. Automatically move all assigned participants into breakout room. So I always tick this one, because I don't want to waste more time asking my participants to press join when I open all the rooms. So when I press open all the rooms, all participants will be automatically go into the room, so they don't have to press join or not. It might take more time, because imagine those who just use a Zoom for the first time, they have no idea what's going on. So I recommend you to tick the third option. The next option is auto close breakout room after 30 minutes. So if you want to leave the discussion only for 15 minutes, just set 15 minutes. Notify me when the time is up. Yeah, so you will be notified when the time is over. But in here, I recommend you to set like 2 or 3 minutes more than needed. For example, if you want your meeting to be 10 minutes, I suggest you set it to 13 minutes, allowing 2 to 3 minutes for participants to move into their breakout room, because it might take some time depending on their internet connection as well. Countdown after closing the breakout room. So when you open the breakout room, when you open all the rooms in here, my preferred second is the 10, the minimum one, because I don't want to waste a lot of time waiting everybody to leave one by one. So 10 seconds should be enough. Let me show you an example. So I open the room. Now I send iPhone to room number 1. So as you can see, iPhone joining the room 1 automatically. Now iPhone is in room 1. So let me close. You can see that all breakout rooms will close in 5 seconds, and this one also notify the iPhone as well, my participants. So now my participant is leaving automatically. While in the breakout room, one more feature that I want you to know, for example, when you open it, okay, so now the iPhone is joining the room 1 automatically right now. Yeah, you can move the iPhone to any room you want to. Room 4. Yeah, now iPhone is in room 4. One more thing, broadcast message to all. So while you are in the main session and while your participants are all in the breakout rooms, you cannot send the message through chat here. Even you see the word to everyone, but the message is not gonna be sent to everybody in the room, because this message will be sent only in the main session. So what you're gonna do is to use broadcast message to all. So I normally use this one to remind all the students how many minutes left they have for their discussion. Yeah, so start broadcast. Okay, so on the participant's phone, you can see that you have 2 minutes left. It's notify everybody in the room. So let me close it. Okay, now moving on to feature number 4. As we are now talking about the breakout rooms, some of you might have no idea why you don't have one. As you can see, as a host, I have the breakout rooms feature over here, but some of you might not see this feature on your Zoom. So in order to have this feature, all you need to do is to go to zoom.us. Yeah, this is the website of Zoom. Yeah, sign in with your account. And then on the left, go to setting and scroll down until you see the word breakout room. So the breakout room feature is in meeting advanced. As you can see, the breakout room, make sure you turn this one on. Normally by default, the breakout rooms feature is not turned on until you come here and adjust it by yourself. Okay, moving on. Next is the feature number 5. Is to create Zoom template for your future meeting. In order to create a template, all you need to do is to log in into this website again, the zoom.us. Go to the meetings, schedule a meeting, Zoom template, how to create Zoom template, something like that. When you want to choose it on Sunday, probably 11 a.m. Duration 1. Time zone, it depends on what country you are in, so make sure that you select this one carefully. Generate automatically or use your personal meeting ID. I recommend you to use generate automatically. Passcode, you can leave this one or you can just add a new one. Next is the waiting room. Only user admit while the host can join the meeting. So it depends on you whether you want to leave this on or you want to turn this one off. For me, if the meeting is important, I might take this one. But the thing is that if I have lots of participants, because nobody is gonna help me checking my participants, okay, and to allow them to join, because sometimes there might be latecomers who join late. If you leave this one on, probably you are in the middle of your explanation or presentation. You don't have time to look at who are coming or who are waiting to be admitted to join your session. So yeah, probably tick this one off. Video, yeah, host on or participant off or on, it's up to you. So I would leave this one on. Meeting options, allow participant to join anytime. I would take this one because sometime I might be I might be in time to start my meeting. For example, I set up the meeting at 11. I might join at 11, who knows, right? So I take this one on because my participants would join like 5 or 10 minutes earlier. I would leave this one on, so when my participant join, I will be notified as well through email. Mute participant upon entry. Yeah, I would take this one because there might be lots of noises if you untick this. Okay, because everybody is joining at the same time and creating more noises. We don't know where they are from, so they might be from different places with different noises. Automatically record a meeting on the local computer. It's up to you if you want to record your meeting. Approve or block entry for user from specific countries or regions. So if your session only happens inside your country, I suggest you take this one on, and then you can block any user from any other country. This is to prevent from hackers. And then yeah, press save. And now I have just created my meeting. Schedule my future meeting. The next thing that you want to do is stay on the same page and look at this. Save as template. So just press save as template. Give your template name, Zoom template meeting or session. Let's say every Sunday I will start this meeting. So I just save it as template for one time, and then later I don't have to go through settings again and again. So save as template. Yeah, the template was saved successfully. So now go to the meeting tabs on the left here, and then meeting templates. So I have just created one over here, and then I can use this template. You see, I have everything set up. All I have to do is just to change the date and the time, and you see that allow participant waiting room is unticked, mute participants on entry is ticked, because this is the settings I use at the moment. Okay, that's all about this feature. Now let's move on to feature number 6. This is actually not a feature but a trick on how you can set up your meeting via Zoom on Google Calendar. This is pretty convenient because you can invite your participants easily through the Google Calendar. But the thing is that when you go to Google Calendar, you press create, you can see that you can only add Google Meet video conferencing. Personally, I don't use Google Meet because of the audio quality. The noise is quite noisy, and also the features are not the features that I use the most are not available on Google Meet. That is why I use Zoom instead of Google Meet. But as you can see here, when you want to add the conference or the link, you cannot find the integration between the Zoom and Google Calendar, because actually Google Meet is the Google products, of course. So Google encourages you to use the Google products instead of other products. But the trick is here. So now I give this title Zoom. All you need to do next is to go to My Meeting in the upcoming over here. You can click on it. And now what you need to do next is invite links. You can see here. So you click copy invitation. Okay, all you need to do is just to copy the link here. Go back to Google Calendar and then add location. Paste the link into this part. And then press save. Now I have just created the link of my Zoom meeting on the Google Calendar. So when I invite my participants, they can just click the link. So they will automatically join the meeting. You don't need a password. But if you want to make it clearer and easier for participants, for example, sometimes what I experienced is that their browser does not support the automatically linked. It means that when you click on the link, it doesn't link to the app. So in such a case, I copy the meeting ID and the passcode and go back to the Google, edit it, and then I can add this meeting ID and the passcode in the description and then press save. So now my participant can join either through the link or the meeting ID and password. Okay, so now let's move on to the last feature that's really important and I would like to share with all of you guys is the share PC audio in advanced tab in the Zoom. As the host, when you press share screen, you share the sound. Of course, when you play any song or the music, your participants can hear it. However, if you have some kind of documents like exercise with listening audio, so your participant have to leave the Zoom app, right, and open the link or the browsers and do the listening and the exercise at the same time. In that case, they are not going to hear the audio you are playing from your computer. So all you have to do is to press share again, but head to advanced tab over here and then computer audio only. So when you share this one, now your participants are able to do the exercise on different apps. I mean, maybe on Safari or whatever, and they can hear the audio right from your computer that you share at the same time. Okay, so that's pretty much for me, everybody. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comment down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please consider doing so, because I can't wait to share with you guys more tutorials or tips. See you guys in the next one.